Hello Aquarius, Didichi here with your February 2014 monthly synopsis. That's an astrological synopsis, of course, as if you didn't know. Could have, should have, would have. These are, I guess, the key words for the transit of Mercury right now, which is moving in its retrograde motion from the 7th of February. And it's in the finance sector of your horoscope. So a lot of confusion, a lot of consideration may be given to those areas of your life right now. Money, the way you earn it, the way you spend it, and the way other people maybe perceive the way you earn it and spend it. And this also has to do with the perception of other people about how you earn and spend money. You have to be careful about not living up to other people's expectations right now. You know, this second sector of the horoscope doesn't only relate to money, it relates to the value system. And you know, value is not only related to the materials that we have, it's got to do with our self-esteem and the way we value ourselves. So there's a lot of that involved in these transits. And as I said, particularly after the 7th, when Mercury goes retrograde, I suspect you're going to be trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're going to be looking at yourself, looking at other people and thinking, gee, I wish I had that. Wish I could do that. Wish. You know, this is the wannabe syndrome. I don't want you falling into that trap. This is a critical transit for you to look at yourself. And one of the other important also is this new moon that has occurred in your sun sign, Aquarius. And what it means is basically the opportunity to turn over a new leaf. Now, for some of you that were listening to my last month's end of year, or rather new year, January forecast, I talked about resolution. And to some extent, not completely, I don't want to take up the whole few minutes talking about resolution, but this is about you turning over a new leaf. And that can't happen as long as you're living in the shadow of other people's expectations. So let's take a look at some of the important transits this month, and bearing in mind the advice that I'm giving you that you must never live in the shadow of another person. I'm getting the sense there's a lot of expectation from others over how you live your life, which is unusual for you, Aquarius, because you're such a free, independent sort of individual. But there are cycles in life where, you know, we tend to lose our direction, where the compass isn't pointing north in terms of being who we are. And we see that that's particularly the case between the 9th and 12th of February. You see, we have the movement of the sun in your sun sign now, which empowers you, gives you a lot of energy, a lot of, I suppose, self-assuredness. But at the same time, we have this right angle aspect to Saturn, which inhibits you, makes you second guess yourself, self-doubt. You know, you wonder, is this really who I am? So this can, for some of you, in the extreme, be an identity crisis. So I just have a simple formula for that. Just get back to the basics of who you are. And that's what these transits this month are about. We also see the retrogression of Mercury, again moving in your second house of finance. And this finance, apart from the value system associated with what we've just talked about, does have to do with money, but it's still linked in a way, because often we measure others and ourselves by what we have, not necessarily by who we are. And that's the danger you're confronted with this month with these transits. You know, looking left and right and behind you to see what others have. That can be as simple an issue as the fashion that we purchase. You know, it's not comfortable, but, you know, it's jag. Having said that, you do have some wonderful opportunities with Mercury in the second house to really start to earn well. Mercury makes a person very, very clever. So you've got some insights here, some new opportunities. I mean, you can turn nothing into something. This is, in a sense, the magician's combination here, having Mercury in the second house. The other thing too, Mercury is one of your better planets. It's a very lucky planet. It's the 5th ruler, or the future karma planet for you. So when that planet combines or transits in this second house, then it shows you've earned some good karma, and the good deeds that you've done, the good thoughts and the well wishes you've had for others does start to come back to you this month. So that's a good bit of news for you, I'm pleased to say. Some of the other nice, by the way, that's really taking full force around the 13th of February. 15th, 16th and 19th of February are other important dates that I see here, with Mars coming into a really favourable aspect to Mars. So the physical vitality that you want is also there at this time of the month, the 15th. Mercury and Sun conjoining in your Sun sign. Mercury is the practical joker. So I'd be saying to you, if you want to, let off a little bit of steam, release some stress, decompress, whatever situation you're in this month, that's the way to do it. Have a bit of fun. Go and see some stand-up comedy. Pull a practical joke on a friend to take it in the right spirit. And that can really help you a lot. On the 19th of February, we see the Sun moving into the sign of Pisces, which is your second sector. And this therefore means that you have the opportunity to earn money from two separate sources. Some additional responsibilities around that same date, the 19th of February, are shown by the transit of Mercury into the right angle of Saturn. There could be some miscommunication in your work, and in particular, listen carefully to what your employer is saying. You might hear one thing, but actually something else is being said. And that also goes for the matter of any written communication. If you get some sort of nasty email, it's best to wait a while before you respond to that. Your imagination is all fired up around the 24th, Aquarius, and I see that with the Sun and Neptune moving into conjunction. Again, Neptune has sort of like a dual nature as well, so you've got to be careful there. The imagination you have might not be matched by the reality of the situation. So it's important for you to thoroughly investigate any get-rich-quick schemes, any offers that are made. So use your imagination, because there are areas you can earn money, but by the same token, the double-edged sword here, Aquarius, is that you can also lose money. You could be a little bit confused about how you're earning money. As I said to a couple of the other star signs this month, it really is important to iron out who you are in terms of what it is that you want to do. Now, the last aspect I'd like to talk about, which takes the month out, there's a couple there, is the favourable influence of Venus to Saturn, one of your ruling planets. And this is a very fortifying aspect. It actually brings with it a lot of luck. And this could be unexpected luck, because Venus is transiting your 12th house right now, Aquarius. So incidentally, apart from luck, this could indicate to me that you'll find a lot of satisfaction just in a quiet sort of area, some solitude, I think, or an area that is very natural in its setting. So you should give yourself some time away from the hustle and bustle of your day-to-day life, because that can also help you, apart from just de-stressing you, can help elevate some of those imaginative aspects that we mentioned earlier, to bring with it some of those aha moments that are so useful to us when we're trying to get ahead in life. Do take care. I look forward to your company here next month. Do join me at astrology.com.au for the daily, monthly and yearly readings, which we've just put up now, which are in more detail, and the free psychic readings and personal consultations if you so desire. Take care. See you here next month. Bye-bye.